Coming in at 5, we have John Carpenter himself. He really adds a great element of John Carpenter to this movie. The way he films, the way he puts it together, the colors here. I know Christine's an old model car, and that's part of this whole design. Look at Christine, she's red and white. Look at Arnie's getup, he's in red. Look at Dennis's getup, he's in red and white. Look at the beer, it's red and white. You have this red and white. This isn't on accident. This is carefully planned out, great use of imagery. Interspersed between shots of this almost hypnotic green dashboard light. It's beautiful. John Carpenter is very good at what he does, in my opinion. He is deserving of the title he gets. Right here, Arnie shows him that the car is alive.
Come on! Now, I want you to see this. I want you to see this. This is great alignment. You just don't see this anymore. I mean... Don't be scared.
Carpenter wrote the score to this movie in collaboration with Alan Howarth. It's fitting, it doesn't go overboard, it's not a bunch of weird music. You wouldn't know that he wrote the music if you weren't initiated into John Carpenter. Carpenter has influenced a great deal of music that's come afterwards. There's a guy called Carpenter Brute, and maybe I'm saying that wrong, but I'm pretty sure it means brutal Carpenter style music. It's basically 80s style horror, synthwave, modernized with better equipment music. Carpenter has disavowed or kind of distanced himself from this movie. He's not really happy with the end result. And overall, I would kind of have to agree. I really like this movie, I really like watching it, but it is horribly flawed. I think this movie does not live up to the Carpenter standard. In my opinion, he has made much better movies. That said, John Carpenter adds so much to this movie, it has to be mentioned. Coming in at number 4, we have Moochie and the boys coming in to bust up Christine. They all bust in with sledgehammers, knives, switchblades, whatever, and under Repperton's direction, they assume the position and prepare to, smash them. You see Repperton almost falls on his ass right there. I'm sure that wasn't planned. So I went ahead and slowed it down so you could see it. Mr. Ghostbusters is going to stab the car with a knife. I don't know how well that's going to work out for you, but I mean, if you stab the seats with a knife, sure, but the metal out there and the windows, I mean, okay. Of course, Repperton's beating the shit out of it with a sledge. Moochie's just destroying the upholstery and the innards with a knife. Moochie's grand.
My pal's name is Football, he always likes to roam. My pal's name is Football, I never find him home.
It's filmed well.
I go to his snorkel.
Makes it far on the list because it is one of the best scenes.
One of them took a shit on the dashboard of my car, Ma. Now how's that for rational, huh?
Coming in at number 3, here we have the shock treatment patient from Ghostbusters busting out the sickest drum solo I've ever seen in my life. He is, of course, interrupted by Christine from behind. He calls her asshole. Christine's morale's crushed. I'm sure she could hear his words and read his lips, but crushing defeat from the Ghostbusters Fro-Man. Repperton slows down and tries to
Give this asshole some of his own medicine.
and he hits that fucker in reverse, to which the Ghostbusters man gives a grand play-by-play.
He's backing up too.
The guy's as smart as Ed McMahon when it comes to play-by-plays. Christine matches his moves, they drive around a little, and they finally end up at the gas station, where we see Christine's magnet power for the first time. She comes racing in, she crashes into his car, just crushes Repperton's wheels. She sucks them in with her magnet power. Not really sure what that is. She uses it to chuck cars at people.
Is that Cunningham? Can't be. Look at my car.
Come on, prick! We're not finished yet.
So she just smashes right into the Ghostbusters shock treatment patient. It's pretty great. You get to see his body chucked a couple times. It's hard to see, so I slowed it down for you there. Of course, the gas is released from the car here, and the other fellow is blown up and burned alive. Leading us into number 2, which is actually my favorite scene. Repperton flees, and you get this really iconic image of Christine pulling out, just covered in flames. I really like it. It crushes the end scene where you have your showdown with the protagonist and Christine, and then here you get a great explosion. Huge 80s style, everything's gonna blow up. It looks really good in the night there. The red against the black. And there's that green of the Mobico. Red, white, green, kind of similar colors. And then we get a really good highway scene where Repperton's fleeing from Christine, who's on fire. And he could have just hit him, knocked him over the top of the car, done it all brutal, but I think it's much more tasteful how he does this. Watch this. You get some beautiful sound, you get some beautiful imagery, and a very tasteful kill. With some great John Carpenter style music made by John Carpenter. Very well done. 2 thumbs, 5 thumbs, whatever. Good job. An honorable mention would be this football hit. It's decent. They overplay it quite a bit. The funny part is Dennis is not even watching the football game. He's pulling a stupid one and he's watching Arnie kiss Lee. He gets hit pretty hard, that's it. They act like it almost broke his neck, and 1 centimeter to the left he would have been paralyzed for life, and I just don't think the hit's that hard, and it doesn't even make it. But hey, look, there it is. It's kind of funny. Coming in at number 1, we have Robert Prosky as Will Darnell. Darnell is an amazing character. He has the best lines in the movie by far. Robert Prosky really pulls this role off quite well. It's probably one of his most well-known and best roles in my opinion. He played the Dracula guy in Gremlins 2, and he was pretty funny in that.
What's the problem, huh? Could you honk your horn for me? Christine's doesn't seem to work. Yeah, sure. Thanks.
I'll go ahead and shut up, and I have most of the best lines included in here. Probably 80-90% of his lines. Of course, I can't just play them. That would be sleepy time lazy, so I went in and clomped them up. Without further ado, Robert Prosky as Will Darnell.
Okay, Jack, come on out. The riot is over. I'm gonna have to come in and get you. I'm gonna get you. Okay, that's the last time you run that mechanical asshole in here without an exhaust hose. I catch you doing it one time, and you're out. You understand? Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna tell you something else right now. I'll throw you out in your ass. Huh? You fucking ass. You got it? I'll throw you out in your ass. You got it? Fucking ass. You got it? I don't take any shit from you kids. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Huh? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Good. No, you sold him that piece of shit. You ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself.
I didn't sell it to him. I tried to talk him out of it.
You should have tried harder. I don't allow no smoking in here, neither. You want a butt, you go out in the junkyard.
Oh, well, I don't smoke.
Don't interrupt me, punk. Don't interrupt me. Don't get smart.
Sir?
Why?
Those men over there are smoking. Better tell them to stop.
You're trying to help your buddy right out of here, Chuck.
No.
Then shut your pie hole. I know a creep when I see one. I think I'm looking at one right now. You're on probation. You get it? You screw around with me one time, I don't care how much money you paid up in front, I'll throw you out in your ass. Huh? You fucking ass. You got it? I'll throw you out in your ass. Huh? You fucking ass. You got it? Soft money. Soft money. Stay over there, shut it open. Well, we all choked to death. I knew a guy had a car like that once. Fucking bastard killed himself in it. Son of a bitch was so mean. You could have poured boiling water down his throat. He would have pitched ice cubes. Look how cockeyed he looks, Pepper. He's got fucking brand new windshield wipers for a busted windshield.
Well, the boy does have good hands.
Good heck. Good heck. Bad taste in cars. You know, Pepper, you can't polish it. You can't polish it. Pepper, polish the turd. You know, Pepper, you can't polish it. Pepper, you can't polish the turd. Don't think you got the gold key to the crapper. Nobody takes advantage of me, understand? Look, I know you ain't exactly got money falling out of your asshole. If you did, you wouldn't be here. Maybe we could work out some kind of a deal. Pick up around the place. Do a few loops. Put the toilet paper on a little spool, shit like that. Do that, and you can raid my junk pile for whatever you want. I might even throw in a few bucks.
I'll have to think about it.
But don't think about it too long. I'll throw you out your fucking ass.
If you made it this far, thank you so much. At this point, I'm insanely small, so any likes, any subscribes, any shares, anything like that, I would just love you for. Any recommendations or comments, please send them my way. I would love to see them. I admit I didn't study very hard for this movie. I just watched it as a kid. Watched it now. I don't think I read the full Wikipedia page, which is horrible. But yeah, this is a great movie. I do recommend it to those who, if you're watching this review and you made it all the way through this review, you will probably like this movie. If you hate 80s schlock, then run away. If you only like the best 80s horror movies or the top notch, then run away. If you only like some Carpenter movies, I would run away. If you love everything you've ever seen by Carpenter and everything you've ever read by King, then you may just love this all the way down the line. If you like laughing at silly 80s schlock, I recommend this to you fully. Again, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more.